Okay, morning. It's great to be back in the church. My wife and I were away for a couple of weeks, and then when we got home, we were kind of hibernating for a couple of weeks. And now that, we're safe and healthy, we're ready to go. So we're glad to be back in here. My name is Andy Varzali. My wife is Susan. I'm a member of the church council, one of 9. Excuse me. Jen Frizz is our president, and she does a great job leading our group. So on a regular basis, you'll see the other church council members up here and other church leaders talking about different subjects. So hopefully that will give you a chance to learn a little bit about us and get to know us a little bit, because we're the ones that are making the decisions on our congregation moving forward in our church and out into the community. So this morning I wanted to ask you a question. Why are you here? Why did you come to church this morning? To listen to me? Maybe. So maybe you've been cooped up all week because of the pandemic. Maybe you've been just itching to get out, to go somewhere. So you came to church today. Maybe you have friends that you see here and you want to get in touch with them again, maybe catch up a little bit at a distance, of course. Maybe that's why you came. Maybe your parents said, "We're going to church today, and you're coming along." That could happen. Maybe you came to listen to the sermon. Years ago, I'd come into church, and I'd hope it was a short sermon because, I had things to do. I wanted to get home and watch football or go golfing or watch our son's soccer games. But then I started to listen to the sermon and listen to the pastor and try to get the message that he was trying to send to me that day. And then from then on, I really look forward to listening to the sermon and see what I can get out of it. And especially with Pastor Bob. You never know what he's going to say. And sometimes he'll make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. But I think he's just trying to teach us and get us to learn and get us to feel. And those are good things. Or maybe you came here to get that feeling. When you walk into the church and you come upstairs and you walk through the back door and into the sanctuary, kind of get that feeling. What is it? It's God. It's the presence of God. It's a feeling of you being closer to God in here. Now, you don't have to be in here to get that feeling. You could be home making dinner. You could be cutting the grass. You could be at work. But when you're in here, it just seems more special. Seems closer. So when I come into church, I come upstairs and I walk in the back door, come into the sanctuary, start getting that feeling of God's presence, closer to God. And I'll hear God say, "Hey, Andy, good to see you." Maybe I'll just smile a little bit and nod. And God will say, you know, you could have prayed a little more this week. I'll say, yeah, I know. And then I'll hear, you could have spread the word a little more this week. I'll say, yeah, I know. And then God will say, I'm glad you're here. And I'll say, me too. So the next time you come to church, come upstairs, you walk through the doors, you come in the sanctuary, you start to get that feeling of God's presence and being closer to God. Maybe he'll talk to you. All you have to do is listen. Can I have an amen? Come on. Can I have an amen?
Amen.